Alright, let's start by going over last night's homework, so just so you can see how these problems worked out. Number one, I've got a reflexive segment in the middle, and this gives me side, angle, side, side, angle, side. So yes, they're congruent by the side, angle, side postulate. Number two, they share this reflexive segment. And if I look here, this one has side, angle, side, but this one has angle, side, side. If you recall, for side, angle, side, it has to be two sides and the angle where they touch. Here I have two sides, but not the angle where they touch. So for this one, it is not congruent. For number three, again, we have a reflexive segment, so I mark it as such. If I look here, I have side, angle, side, side, angle, side. So I have two sides and the angle where they touch. So this is side, angle, side congruency. Number four, I have two sides and the angle where they touch. Here I have two sides, but I do not have the angle where they touch. So again, this one is not congruent. Okay. For number five, again, I have a reflexive segment in the middle. So now I have side, 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 side. So this one is congruent by the side, side, side postulate. Number six, again, we have a reflexive segment. So I have side, 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 and side, side, side congruency. Number seven, I have one set of sides, two sets of sides, three sets of sides. So again, side, side, side congruency. Number eight, I have a reflexive segment. So again, I end up with side, angle, side, and side, angle, side. So two sides and the angle where they touch. So this is yes by side, angle, side congruency. Number nine, I have a reflexive segment. So I have two sides and the angle where they touch. I have two sides, but not the angle where they touch. So this one is not congruent. And then finally, two sides and the angle where they touch, two sides and the angle where they touch. So this one is side, angle, side. On the back, we had to go ahead and find what was missing in order to know that they were congruent by the given postulate. So for number 11, I wanted side, angle, side. So first I mark my vertical angles. I have a side, I have an angle, I need the other side. So now you can see by selecting this side, I get two sides and the angle where they touch, two sides and the angle where they touch. So what I need to know was that JI was congruent to IE. For number 12, in order to have side, angle, side congruency, I have two sides, I need the angle where they touch. I have two sides, I need the angle where they touch. Since it's not ambiguous, I can just put angle L, it needs to be congruent to angle H. If you wish to use three letters, the angle MLK is congruent to angle GHI. Either of those is fine. For number 13, I want side, side, side congruency. I first mark my reflexive side. That's already congruent to itself. I would need to know that dx then is congruent to zy to have my third set of sides. So dx congruent to zy. For side, side, side again, I would need to know the third side. So this would be rt must be congruent to zx. For number 15, in order to have side, angle, side, I've got the angle. I need the other side that touches that angle. Side, angle, the other side that touches that angle. So I would need WU congruent to XZ. Side, 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 I'm missing the third set of sides. So I would need EG congruent to WY. And finally for 17 and 18, for 17, I already have the reflexive side. So I just need the angle where the two sides touch. So here it is ambiguous. I have to use three letters. So angle EFG, right? The F has to be in the middle, is congruent to angle GFQ. Again, the F has to be in the middle. Okay? And then finally, the last one, side angle side. I mark my vertical angles. I have the side, the angle, I need the other side touched by that angle. So I need DS congruent to ST. Now we're not going to take this one up for a grade. However, you will be responsible for knowing how to do problems like these on Friday's quiz. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me.